This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Heads Up. It's a brand new year and we are here with a brand new show. First off, wishing you all a very happy new year. We'd like to begin this year by promising you that Heads Up will be setting the bar even higher when it comes to all things education and careers.
We will be having an exciting lineup of shows for you all year round in 2015. First off, we start with everything related to automobiles and engineering. On the show today, we have for you the world's fastest man who was the first to break the sound barrier on land. Apart from that, we have a lot more on the streams of automobile and mechanical engineering itself. Here's a look.
Racing in a Formula 1 car on the tracks at Italy is not something you do every day. Having students race and compete in those very cars, now that's even more unlikely. He's no race car driver and his car is no Ferrari or McLaren. But that hasn't stopped the driver of RZ09 and his team from aspiring to be all of it and more. Meet the Formula 1 race car made in Bengaluru and entirely developed by students.
So basically we wanted to start building cars to participate in international events. So the main purpose of the project is to build Formula style racing cars, wherein we use a 600cc engine and then we completely design, analyze and manufacture and assemble the car completely like on our own, except for the few components like engine, dampers and all which will be procured, and rest of all we design it, manufacture it and do everything from scratch within our workshop.
Rohit is just one of a current team of over 20 engineering students who have worked to build this aspirant Formula 1 car. It has been in the making for over a decade now by various student batches. During this time, it has seen more than 10 prototypes and even won over 5 international awards. The genesis of the car from Club Ashwa Racing at the RV College of Engineering.
The major objective with which every student enters into the team is to apply what he learns. So as you all know, like it's not just merely going on or carrying on with a regular curriculum isn't that effective. So once you get into projects like this, wherein you are building, designing everything from scratch, so you get to learn a lot of stuff what you're studying in.
Ashwa Racing is just one of 7 other clubs in the college whose major aim is to promote the cause of automobiles and automotive engineering. For one thing, all these clubs aspire to produce cars that can take part in student competitions at an international level, where cars are judged by international auto majors. This gives the students more benefits than one.
See, in most of the curriculum that we have, including probably the IITs, the focus is more on theoretical aspects. So we might have structured some lab exercises and all that, but still I think hands-on experience is not there for the students. And engineering is all about hands-on. So I think this is giving a wonderful opportunity for the students to be engaged in this kind of activity is going to give them exposure not just to how from the concept stage to the product stage. So I think they are industry ready now. Normally everybody these days talk about this, a buzzword today, that students who are coming out of the engineering institutions are not industry ready. So in there I think this is going to fill that gap. So wonderful opportunity for students, lot of exposure to the students so that they get to know about various aspects and how do you take the from the concept stage to the product stage. I think that will be value add for the industry.
There are 2 things at the heart of these clubs and projects. One, of course, is the love for everything related to automobiles. The other, and more importantly, is to serve up industry-ready candidates.
If you look at engineering in general and specifically automotive and mechanical,
I think there are a couple of things that have happened in the last 10 or 20 years. One is that technology and both in automotive and mechanical has evolved very rapidly. Second is the industry skill set that that companies typically look for obviously have to keep pace with what they are currently working on. Today we don't really still use a lot of software tools, design tools that are actually used in the industry. So that needs to be brought into the campus, into the colleges, so that these students are working on the design tools or the software engineering tools that they would eventually use in the industry itself.
According to industry studies, the automobile and automotive sector is set to add and give direct and indirect employment to 35 million people by 2022. Apart from this, India also comprises of one of the world's largest automotive markets in the world. However, experts say that current engineering education, especially in the field, is far from satisfactory to meet this opportunity.
One is outdated syllabus. Second is making sure that we're using the latest tools and technologies to impart education, which is also something that graduates will use when they go to the companies. And third is understanding the gap in what the industry requires and what is it that we need to impart as students. If we do these three things together, I think we should be in a far better place.
Even as things stand in the automotive and automobile engineering space in India, experts have a few tips that can help you stay ahead of the curve.
One is obviously they should be up to speed in terms of understanding the technology changes that are happening, because they're happening really fast. Second is there are opportunities to do internships, and I think in your third or fourth year, if you get a chance to get an internship, either through your campus itself or through outside opportunities, students should definitely grab that. And third is obviously I think students should reach out to people whom they know who have taken up a career in mechanical engineering, a career in automotive engineering, and speak to them. There's not much variation when you graduate between automotive and mechanical. I think typically it ranges from a package of 3.5 to 6.5, 7. And we've seen that there's a little bit more, a higher percentage of maybe 10% more in automotive as compared to mechanical. And that would be the case because it's a super specialized degree. But as you go down the ladder in terms of years of working in the industry, that all pans out to be the same. And in fact, opportunities for mechanical engineers, as I said, are far more, over a number of years of experience.